Welcome to Two Cooks in the Kitchen. Today we are going to make Poblano sauce. This sauce is a great way to bring out the flavor of the Poblano peppers that are ripe at this time of year. I keep saying I love these peppers. I'm showing you a lot of things you can do with them. Last weekend I roasted 16 of these puppies and I peeled them and took the seeds out so we could do all kinds of things with them. I've had them in my omelets in the morning. We had them for dinner something last weekend. And so now we're going to make this Poblano sauce that just really, if you are getting tired of these things that I make that are spicy and whatnot, this is a very mild sauce. And really it's all about the flavor of the poblanos. So I have here 3 poblanos roasted on the barbecue, peeled and seeded. And I just cut them into strips so that I could get them in the blender easier. And a half an onion, which fortunately, I like when it works out. We had a half an onion in the fridge, so there you go. And I cut that up so it'll blend up. And 1/2 cup of cilantro leaves, and really don't skimp on that because you really want. This cilantro is a flavor that really complements the poblanos. And so let's say about 3 cloves of garlic, maybe 4, and 1 cup of heavy cream. And since I used a dry measuring cup here for my liquid, I had a little. There's just a splash left in the container, so I'm going to use it. And then a little bit of salt. So the only other ingredients in this sauce, and this is going to be what, a teaspoon of salt maybe, are 2 tablespoons of butter and a tablespoon of cream, which we'll use to make a roux. When we're done with the blender. Did someone, namely me, forget to take the top off of the blender? I believe so. Which, if you want to find a way to have fun with your blender, just run it without the top on.
Where is it? Simon, where is the lid? Simon's helping.
Alrighty, so we are just going to throw this in our blender and make it into a very nice smooth sauce. You know, this is a sauce that could also double as a soup. In there. I want it to be smoother than that, so I'm going to make sure this gets to go some more. An air bubble down by the blades, they just spin and nothing gets blended.
There's the color. It's like making a milkshake.
Yep.
Same kind of consistency.
It's looking pretty good right now, though. It's nice and smooth. So I think we're about there. Okay, let's call it good. Now we're going to make a roux with our 2 tablespoons of butter and our 1 tablespoon of flour.
I think before you said cream, but you must have meant flour.
Did I say cream?
You did. You said butter and cream.
That's not going to make a roux.
No.
Don't let anyone tell you different. So we're just going to heat this butter until it's melted. For a roux, the proper tool is a whisk, because somehow it lets all the flour not be lumpy. And that is the goal here. We want a smooth roux. So 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 tablespoon of flour, and I'm going to even spread it out when I put it in, so I'm doing my best not to get lumps in my roux. So we're just gonna let this cook just a little bit. You can see it cooking down in there. And this will help to thicken our cream sauce. That's looking just fine. So now we're going to add our cream sauce to this. And we're going to let this cook. And I don't think I can do it this way.
I'll do it backwards. There you go. Here, I'll go over here. Whee! Whoops, that looks bad.
Okay, so it's already kind of thick, so we're not really going to have to thicken it too much by cooking, but we do want this all to cook and all the flavors to marry in here. So we'll be giving this a while, and this is going to be on a very low simmer. You don't want to do anything to cause any of this to burn or darken. Look at that nice green color we got going. This is a beautiful sauce here. Now this sauce will be great on your enchiladas, chili rellenos. We've used it on chicken. I don't know what else we've used it on, but I've been making this for years and we always use it up. So
I think I've even put little scumps of it on your omelet in the morning.
yeah, that works for all of these sauces.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's that. This is a really simple sauce to make. It is beautifully delicious. You could thin it a little bit. The other thing we're going to add to this, I forgot about, is a 1/4 cup of chicken broth. And at this point, you could use vegetable broth if you'd like to keep this completely vegetarian. But I'm going to get that 1/4 cup of chicken broth in there, and then we're going to let this cook for a while, and we'll come back and see what we got when it's done. All right, so this has been cooking for about 15 minutes, and you can see it's a nice consistency. I don't know that I want this. I don't need to cook it down to get any thicker. It tastes like a nice fresh chili. So the last ingredient we're going to put in here is Manchego cheese. I like to pronounce it Manchego, so that when I'm grating it, I can sing, "Whoa, Manchego Bay." And that may not be necessary, but I think it helps.
It puts love in the food.
And so here we go. We're going to add that and get it melted in here, and then our poblano sauce is done. Look at this. It's a beautiful thing. Still has a vibrant green to it. The more you cook it, the duller that green will get. And it's just going to have to cool slightly before I can taste it. Yep, that's like a summer pepper there. Looks a little like split pea soup. Almost has a similar consistency actually. But boy, that's delicious. It tastes like a pepper. That's what we were after.
And the color is actually darker than I think the video is going to show. It is sort of almost the color of split pea too. Delicious. Okay.
So there you go. Thanks for watching Two Cooks in the Kitchen, and we'll see you next time.